The Amazon rainforest, a boundless emerald expanse, alive with secrets and wonders. Spanning 9 countries and stretching over millions of square kilometers, it is the largest tropical rainforest on Earth, a living tapestry of interwoven life forms. Here, the air is thick with moisture and the scent of earth, every breath a reminder of the forest's power to shape weather, nurture life and sustain a breathtaking diversity of creatures. The forest pulses with a rhythm as old as time, its heartbeat echoing in the rustle of leaves and the distant calls of unseen animals. From above, the canopy appears as an endless unbroken sea of green, a living shield that guards the mysteries below. But beneath this leafy roof, the forest reveals its true complexity, layer upon layer, each a distinct world, home to creatures and plants found nowhere else on Earth. The uppermost branches are alive with the flutter of wings and the flash of color, while the shadowy understory teems with life that rarely sees the sun. Sunlight, precious and rare, filters through the dense leaves in golden shafts, painting the forest floor with shifting mosaics of light. In this dim world, every plant and animal is locked in a relentless contest for the sun's energy, adapting in ingenious ways to capture even the faintest glimmer. Vines spiral upward, racing toward the light, while epiphytes cling to branches, their roots dangling in the humid air, drawing sustenance from the mist. Shadows stretch and twist, concealing 1,000 secrets. Here, a leaf-tailed gecko clings motionless to bark, its body indistinguishable from the tree. There, a jaguar's rosette pattern melts into the dappled gloom. In this world, survival depends on the art of vanishing. Camouflage, stealth, and silent movement are the keys to life and death. The forest is a stage for silent dramas, where the difference between predator and prey is measured in heartbeats and the flicker of a tail. Competition is fierce and unending. A jaguar glides through the undergrowth, muscles rippling with silent intent, eyes fixed on an unsuspecting capybara. High above, squirrel monkeys chatter and squabble, racing to snatch ripe fruit before rivals descend. Every meal is a victory, every day a test of strength, speed, and cunning. The forest is a battleground where only the most resourceful survive, and every encounter is a delicate dance between hunger and escape. The air vibrates with life. Scarlet macaws wheel overhead, their calls echoing through the trees. Insects hum and whir, their wings a blur of motion. Leaves rustle as unseen creatures dart and slither, each sound a message of warning, of courtship, or of danger lurking just out of sight. The cacophony is a living symphony, a constant reminder that every inch of this forest is claimed, contested, and alive. Survival here is an art, honed over countless generations. The sloth, draped in green algae, moves with deliberate grace, blending perfectly with the mossy branches. Elsewhere, a hunting cat explodes into action, its reflexes honed to perfection by the demands of the hunt. Every creature is a masterpiece of adaptation shaped by the relentless pressures of this wild world. Even the smallest frog, with skin bright as a warning, carries the story of survival in its every leap. On the forest floor, ancient roots twist and coil, anchoring giants that have stood for centuries. Glowing fungi light up the night, their eerie luminescence guiding beetles and frogs through the darkness. Here, the cycle of life and death is on full display. Fallen leaves and branches decompose, nourishing the next generation in a never-ending dance of renewal. The ground is alive, a mosaic of decay and rebirth, where every fallen seed holds the promise of a new beginning. Every organism, from the tiniest ant to the mighty jaguar, is a vital thread in this intricate web. Army ants march in relentless columns, reshaping the forest floor as they hunt. A jaguar's silent passage sends ripples through the ecosystem, its presence felt by creatures great and small. Remove even one, and the balance shifts, sending shockwaves through the entire forest. The Amazon is a living puzzle, each piece essential, each life entwined with countless others. Rivers wind through the jungle like shimmering serpents, their glassy surfaces reflecting the tangled green above. These waterways are lifelines, carving the land and nourishing the creatures that depend on their flow. Along their banks, caimans bask and giant otters patrol, ever watchful for the next opportunity or threat. The river's currents carry stories of migration, of struggle and of survival, linking every corner of the forest in a network of life. Beneath the surface, a hidden world thrives. Electric eels pulse through the murky water, their bodies crackling with invisible power. Piranhas dart in shimmering schools, jaws flashing as they hunt. River dolphins glide silently, their movements graceful and mysterious. Here, too, the dance of predator and prey is constant, silent, and deadly. The river is a realm of shadows and sudden violence, where beauty and danger are never far apart. In the Amazon, beauty and danger are inseparable, woven into every leaf, every shadow, every heartbeat. Orchids bloom in impossible colors, while venomous snakes coil unseen nearby. Every moment is a delicate balance between wonder and peril, making this rainforest a place of endless fascination and awe, a world where life's brilliance and brutality are forever entwined. Here, the story of survival is written in the patterns of wings, the flash of scales, and the silent passage of shadows, an eternal testament to the wild, untamed heart of the Amazon. A sunlit clearing may appear serene, golden rays filtering through the dense canopy and painting the forest floor with shifting mosaics of light. But beneath this tranquil facade, the Amazon is a living tapestry of peril, where every shadow and every whisper of movement could spell life or death for its inhabitants. In the Amazon, stillness is a weapon. Countless creatures, frogs, insects, even apex predators, become statues, their bodies pressed close to bark, leaves, or the forest floor. Their colors and textures are so perfectly matched to their surroundings that they vanish from sight, waiting for the precise instant to pounce on unsuspecting prey or to avoid the gaze of a hungry hunter. A morpho butterfly glides through a shaft of sunlight, its iridescent blue wings flashing like a signal fire. This dazzling display confuses predators, but in a heartbeat, the butterfly folds its wings, revealing a dull brown underside that mimics a dead leaf. In an instant it vanishes, leaving would-be attackers bewildered. High above, howler monkeys lounge in the treetops, their fur merging with the dappled sunlight and tangled branches. Yet even here, the illusion of safety is fragile. Ocelots, with their rosette-spotted coats, slink silently along limbs, their bodies melting into the patchwork of light and shadow. Tree-dwelling snakes, perfectly patterned to mimic vines or lichen, lie coiled and motionless, waiting for a careless bird or monkey to stray too close. On the forest floor, a flower's sweet fragrance beckons pollinators, but danger is never far. Nestled among the petals, a venomous spider waits in perfect stillness, its body sculpted and colored to mirror the blossom. An unsuspecting bee lands, and in a flash, the spider strikes, vanishing again into the floral camouflage. Every animal here is a sentinel. Senses sharpened to the faintest tremor in the air, eyes scan for the glint of scales or the flicker of wings, ears catch the subtlest rustle of leaves, and even skin can sense the vibrations of a predator's approach. The tension is constant, every heartbeat a calculation of risk and reward. Camouflage is the Amazon's greatest art. Frogs flatten themselves against mossy leaves, their skin mottled in greens and browns, indistinguishable from the foliage. Venomous snakes coil in silence, their scales echoing the patterns of fallen leaves and twigs. Insects become living illusions. Some mimic the thorns of a branch, others wear the warning colors of wasps or ants, deterring predators with a bluff of danger. For some, mimicry is a shield. For others, it is a lure, drawing prey into a fatal embrace. The forest itself conspires in this deadly game. Shadows stretch and twist, concealing the crouched forms of hunters and the trembling bodies of prey. The air is thick with sound, chirps, croaks, the hum of insects, masking the stealthy approach of a predator or the desperate dash of an animal fleeing for its life. Every movement is a gamble, every pause a potential ambush. A single snapping twig can mean everything. For a foraging agouti, it might be the sound of another animal searching for seeds. But for the jaguar, silent and unseen, it is the signal to strike. The jaguar's rosetted coat breaks up its outline, allowing it to melt into the dappled undergrowth, invisible until the final explosive moment of attack. Survival in the Amazon is a dance of vigilance. Animals freeze mid-step, nostrils flaring to catch the faintest scent, muscles coiled and ready to spring. A sudden silence, a shift in the wind, or the faintest trace of a predator's musk can trigger a frantic escape or a desperate defense. The Amazon's beauty is a mask, its lushness concealing a world where every leaf, every shadow, every sound is fraught with danger. Here, paradise is edged with peril, and survival is a constant test of adaptation and awareness. To thrive in this realm is to become a master of vigilance and deception, to blend, to hide, to strike, and to survive in a world where danger is always present, hidden in plain sight, woven into the very fabric of the Amazon itself. Deep within the tangled, humid undergrowth of the Amazon rainforest, a jaguar, apex predator of this realm, moves with a silence that borders on the supernatural. Every sinew and muscle in its powerful frame is perfectly attuned to the rhythm of the jungle, making it a master of stealth and surprise. The air is thick with the scent of wet earth and decaying leaves, every sound muffled by the dense canopy above. Its golden, rosetted coat is a marvel of natural engineering, providing flawless camouflage among the dappled sunlight and shifting shadows. This intricate pattern allows the jaguar to melt into the rainforest, invisible to both prey and rival predators. The jaguar pauses, nostrils flaring, as it samples the humid air, searching for the faintest trace of prey. Each step is a study in precision. The jaguar's padded paws glide over leaves and twigs, distributing its weight to avoid even the faintest sound. It moves with a patience honed by countless hunts, every movement calculated to remain undetected in the dense, echoing forest. The only sounds are the distant calls of birds and the soft rustle of wind through the canopy. The jaguar's senses are acutely tuned to the environment. Its eyes, adapted for low light, scan every shadow for the slightest movement, while its ears catch the faintest rustle or distant call. The predator reads the forest's hidden language, piecing together the presence and movements of potential prey. A sudden flicker in the undergrowth draws its attention, a sign that something is near. In the thick of the jungle, a tapir grazes near a stream, its massive body seemingly invulnerable. The tapir's focus is on the lush vegetation, unaware of the silent predator that shadows its every move. The tapir's ears twitch occasionally, but it senses no danger, lulled by the gentle sounds of the forest. Using the dense terrain for cover, the jaguar inches forward, muscles taut and ready to spring. Its body hugs the ground, merging with the shadows as it closes the gap between itself and its quarry. The jaguar's whiskers quiver, detecting subtle changes in the air as it draws nearer. One misstep, a snapped twig or misplaced paw, could end the hunt. The jaguar pauses, senses heightened, waiting for the perfect opportunity. Its patience is as formidable as its claws and fangs. The tapir shifts, ears flicking, but the jaguar remains perfectly still, blending seamlessly with the forest floor. The final approach is a test of discipline. The jaguar freezes, every muscle coiled, remaining utterly motionless. Time stretches as predator and prey are locked in a silent, ancient contest. The tapir's tail swishes, scattering insects, but it remains oblivious to the danger lurking just meters away. The tapir lowers its head to drink from the cool river, its attention absorbed by thirst. In this vulnerable moment, its senses are dulled, and it remains oblivious to the imminent threat. The jaguar's breathing slows, heart pounding in anticipation. The rainforest itself seems to hold its breath. The air is thick with anticipation, every creature attuned to the tension that precedes the strike. Monkeys fall silent, and even the insects seem to pause, sensing the drama about to unfold. Instinct, power, and patience converge in a single, silent instant. The jaguar's gaze is fixed on its prey, its body primed to unleash a burst of speed and strength. The tapir's ears flick one last time, but it is too late. With explosive force, the jaguar launches itself from the shadows. Its powerful limbs propel it forward in a blur of motion, jaws open wide. The tapir reacts in a split second, muscles tensing, but the jaguar's attack is swift and precise. The forest erupts with the sounds of the struggle, snapping branches, splashing water, and the deep growl of the predator. In moments, the hunt reaches its climax. The jaguar's powerful jaws clamp down, targeting the neck with lethal accuracy. The tapir's resistance fades, and the forest returns to its quiet, watchful state. The jaguar, victorious, drags its prize into the shadows, where the cycle of life and death continues, unseen by all but the creatures of the Amazon. In the animal kingdom, patience is a vital survival strategy, woven into every movement, every decision. In the Amazon, the tapir stands at the river's edge, senses alert, waiting for the world to reveal its intentions. This herbivore knows that a single careless moment can mean the difference between life and death. For predators, patience is a finely honed weapon. The jaguar, cloaked in dappled shadows, waits, muscles coiled, eyes unblinking, until the perfect moment arrives. Suddenly, it erupts from the undergrowth, using the element of surprise to its advantage. In a heartbeat, the chase is on. The jaguar's patience transforms into explosive speed, jaws seeking the vulnerable neck of its prey. This calculated burst is the result of hours, sometimes days, of silent observation and waiting. The struggle is fierce but fleeting. In the Amazon, hesitation can mean death, decisiveness, survival. The jaguar's patience is matched only by its precision. For the jaguar, each kill is a testament to patience rewarded. This meal is not just sustenance, it is the result of silent hours spent waiting, watching, and learning the rhythms of the jungle. As a keystone predator, the jaguar's patience shapes the Amazon itself, keeping prey populations in balance and the ecosystem thriving. Its strategy is mirrored by other hunters, like the Harpy eagle, which waits motionless for monkeys to venture within striking distance, or the Anaconda, lying submerged for hours, waiting for unsuspecting prey to approach the water's edge. But patience is not the jaguars alone. Scavengers, too, wait in the wings, vultures circling, biding their time until the feast is safe. The black caiman, another patient predator, lurks beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to strike at night. The jaguar, wary of opportunists, drags its prize into the shadows, relying on strength and stealth honed by countless patient hunts. Meanwhile, army ants demonstrate collective patience, waiting for the signal to swarm and overwhelm their prey in coordinated waves. After the feast, the jaguar rests, muscles relaxed, senses still attuned, gathering energy for the next test of patience. The sloth, too, embodies patience, moving slowly and deliberately to avoid detection by predators. In this realm, most hunts end in failure. Both predator and prey rely on patience, one to wait for opportunity, the other to sense danger and survive. The Amazon's creatures are locked in a silent contest of endurance and timing. Each successful hunt is a quiet triumph, a reminder that in the Amazon, patience is the true king, silent, watchful, and ever-present. From the smallest insect to the mightiest predator, patience is the thread that binds survival. Here, survival is not granted by strength alone, but by the art of waiting, where every creature, predator and prey, is a master of patience, each with its own strategy, each playing the long game in the endless cycle of life and death. The Amazon's rivers appear calm, their glassy surfaces reflecting the dense jungle that surrounds them. But beneath this tranquil exterior, danger is always present, hidden just out of sight. The riverbanks, thick with tangled roots and dense foliage, provide the perfect cover for one of the Amazon's most skilled predators, a master of patience and stealth. The black caiman, one of the largest and most formidable crocodilians in the world, is a true master of ambush. Its dark, armored body blends perfectly with the muddy banks and shadowy waters. With a habitat stretching across slow-moving rivers, oxbow lakes, and flooded forests, the caiman is perfectly adapted to the ever-changing Amazonian landscape. Every movement is calculated, every breath measured as it prepares for the hunt. Floating motionless, it resembles a drifting log, with only its eyes and nostrils breaking the surface. This clever disguise allows it to remain undetected by both prey and potential threats. The caiman's ability to stay almost completely submerged, using the cover of aquatic plants and debris, makes it nearly invisible in its watery domain. It waits, senses sharp, every muscle coiled in anticipation. The caiman waits in absolute stillness, its senses attuned to every ripple and sound. It watches for any animal that dares to approach the riverbank for a drink or to cross. Its patience is legendary. It can remain perfectly still for hours, sometimes even longer, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The surrounding ecosystem is alive with tension, every creature aware of the lurking danger. The caiman's prey is as varied as the Amazon itself. Capybaras, deer, and even young jaguars are all at risk. Birds, fish, and small mammals are also frequent targets. Any creature that comes to the water's edge could become the next victim of this patient predator. The riverbank is a stage, and every animal that enters is a potential player in the caiman's deadly game. The caiman's hunting strategy is built on waiting and watching. It relies on stealth and surprise, using its powerful tail to propel itself forward in a sudden burst of speed. With jaws capable of crushing bone, the caiman can seize and subdue even large prey in an instant. Underwater, its movements are slow and deliberate, barely disturbing the murky depths as it positions itself for the perfect strike. Thanks to its slow metabolism, the caiman can go days or even weeks without eating. This allows it to wait for the most opportune time to attack, never wasting energy on a failed hunt. Its ability to conserve energy is crucial in a habitat where food can be unpredictable. The caiman's patience is matched only by its efficiency. The river is a source of endless opportunity. Every animal that comes to drink is a potential meal, and the caiman simply waits, blending into its surroundings, ready to seize any chance. Its territory may stretch for miles, encompassing hidden channels and flooded forests. The ecosystem is a delicate balance, with predator and prey locked in a constant struggle for survival. As a family of capybaras approaches the water's edge, the tension in the air is palpable. Every step they take is a gamble, as they sense the hidden dangers lurking nearby. The caiman's presence shapes the behavior of countless animals, making the riverbank a place of constant vigilance. The capybaras pause, sniffing the air, their bodies tense and ready to flee at the slightest sign of movement. The capybaras scan their surroundings, ears twitching and eyes wide, searching for any sign of movement. Yet their thirst draws them ever closer to the water, despite the risks. Other animals, too, must weigh the need for water against the ever-present threat of the caiman. Birds land and take off in nervous flocks, and small mammals dart in and out of the undergrowth, always wary. The caiman remains perfectly still, its eyes locked on the unsuspecting prey. It calculates the distance, waiting for a single misstep, a moment of distraction that will seal their fate. Its attack is swift and decisive, relying on the element of surprise. The prey's only hope is to sense the danger in time and escape with a burst of speed. The trap is set. In the blink of an eye, the river's calm will shatter, and the hidden predator will reveal itself in a sudden, explosive attack. The caiman's jaws snap shut with bone-crushing force, and the water erupts in a frenzy of splashing and struggle. Some prey escape by a hair's breadth, while others are not so lucky. In the world of the Amazon, survival depends on vigilance, patience, and the ability to disappear, just like the caiman itself. The cycle continues, predator and prey locked in an endless dance, each shaping the fate of the other in this vibrant, perilous ecosystem. A young capybara steps forward to drink, unaware that every movement is being watched, every ripple in the water, a potential signal to a hidden predator. Beneath the surface, the caiman lies in wait, its body perfectly still, blending seamlessly with the riverbed. This reptilian hunter is a master of patience, relying on camouflage and the art of ambush to outwit its prey. In a flash, instinct takes over. The caiman erupts from the water, jaws snapping shut with primal precision. Its attack is calculated, timed to the heartbeat of the capybara, dragging its victim into the murky depths before panic can even set in. The struggle is brief. The caiman's grip, honed by millions of years of evolution, is unbreakable. Its jaws are engineered for crushing bone and holding fast, a living relic of ancient reptilian design. The riverbank erupts in chaos as other capybaras scatter, their alarm calls echoing through the forest. This is more than panic, it's a warning, a signal to the herd that the silent hunters are always near. The caiman unleashes its signature death roll, a violent spiral that tears flesh and bone. This maneuver is not just brutality, it's strategy, ensuring the prey cannot escape and is subdued quickly. With its prize secured, the caiman retreats to a secluded spot. Solitude is another gambit. Feeding away from prying eyes and rival predators, it minimizes the risk of losing its hard-won meal. One explosive attack can provide sustenance for days. In the Amazon, patience and perfect timing are often rewarded with survival, and the caiman's strategy is a testament to this ancient truth. For the caiman, survival is a cycle of waiting and striking. Each moment is a calculated risk, an endless interplay of patience, instinct, and sudden violence, an evolutionary chess game played in the shadows of the river. In the Amazon, even the calmest waters conceal ancient predators. These reptilian tacticians shape the lives of all who share their domain, their strategies woven into the fabric of survival, where every interaction is a test of wit, strength, and adaptation. In the Amazon's labyrinthine waterways, even the tiniest creatures face a relentless struggle for survival. Among them, the vibrant tetra fish form schools that move with astonishing precision and purpose. Every day, these small fish must navigate a world filled with hidden dangers and shifting obstacles, relying on their collective instincts to survive. Thousands of tetras glide as a single shimmering entity. Their synchronized movements are not just mesmerizing, they are a vital defense, making it difficult for predators to single out an individual. The school is a living organism, each fish attuned to the slightest shift in the group's rhythm. When danger approaches, the school erupts into a swirling, shifting mass. This confusion tactic overwhelms the senses of predators, turning a potential meal into a bewildering chase. The Tetras' unity is their shield, their only hope against the relentless hunters that stalk these waters. Each tetra is equipped with a sensitive lateral line system, detecting the faintest vibrations in the water. This allows them to sense the movements of their neighbors and the approach of hidden threats. Communication is silent, instantaneous, a ripple of awareness that passes through the school in a heartbeat. At the slightest sign of danger, a single fish's reaction ripples through the school. Instantly, hundreds pivot and dart away in perfect harmony, evading predators with collective agility. Their movements are a dance of survival, honed by generations of adaptation to this perilous world. Lurking in the shadows, predators like the peacock bass, wolffish, and piranha wait for a moment of weakness. But the tetra's unity and quick reflexes often foil these ambushes. The school's cohesion is its greatest weapon, denying predators the easy meal they seek. Navigating a maze of submerged roots and shifting currents, the tetras rely on both their numbers and their intimate knowledge of their watery world to evade danger. Every twist and turn is a calculated risk. Every hiding place a potential sanctuary or a trap. Threats come from above as well. Kingfishers scan the surface, ready to strike, but the Tetras' vigilance and rapid response often save them from becoming a meal. The school's awareness extends in every direction, a living network of eyes and senses. In moments of extreme danger, the school contracts into a tight three-dimensional ball, a living shield that confounds attackers from every angle. This formation is their last line of defense, a desperate bid for survival in a world where hesitation means death. In the Amazon, survival is a collective art. For the Tetras, every movement, every flash of silver is a testament to the power of unity in a world of constant peril. Their journey is never-ending, a daily odyssey through shadows and light where only the vigilant, the swift, and the united endure. Deep within the Amazon's labyrinthine waterways, survival is not just an individual pursuit. It is a symphony of collective action. Here, every movement, every flicker of a fin, is part of a larger strategy honed by generations of adaptation. Suddenly, a peacock bass bursts from the shadows, its powerful jaws snapping shut in a flash of predatory intent. This single act of aggression sets off a dramatic chain reaction among the river's smaller inhabitants. Instantly, the school of Tetras explodes into motion, splitting and swirling in a dazzling fountain effect. This is no random panic. Each fish moves in perfect synchrony with its neighbors, creating a living, shifting shield that confuses the predator. The swirling mass makes it nearly impossible for the peacock bass to isolate a single target, buying precious seconds for the group. Yet in the chaos, a few Tetras are inevitably caught. Sacrifice is woven into the fabric of group survival. By sacrificing a few, the majority escape, and the genetic legacy of the school endures. This calculated risk is a cornerstone of collective defense. The survivors waste no time. They regroup with astonishing speed, forming a tight defensive cluster. This unity is their shield. By reducing the space between individuals, they present a formidable wall of confusion to any would-be attacker. The peacock base circles the dense formation, searching for a sign of weakness. But the school's strength lies in its cohesion. Each fish mirrors the movements of its neighbors, creating a seamless, ever-shifting barrier that frustrates the predator's attempts to break through. Their collective tactic is not to confront the predator head-on, but to endure its attacks as a unified front. By moving as one, they minimize the risk to any single individual, relying on the confusion and unpredictability of the group to outlast the threat. Losses are an inevitable part of life in these perilous waters, but the group's ability to quickly regroup and re-establish their formation ensures that the majority survive. Adaptation is constant. Each attack hones their responses, making the school ever more resilient. When the immediate danger passes, the Tetras resume their synchronized swimming. This display is more than just a return to normalcy. It is a vigilant dance, a constant rehearsal for the next threat. Their unity is both a defense and a warning to predators. Here, the group is strong. Constant alertness is essential. The ever-present threat of predators keeps the school tightly knit and hyper-responsive. Each member is attuned to the slightest change in the water, ready to react in an instant. Their journey through the Amazon is a shimmering testament to the power of collective survival. In these perilous waters, the school's ability to adapt, defend, and endure is a marvel of natural engineering. In this vast and unforgiving ecosystem, unity, coordination, and constant vigilance are the keys to survival. The Tetras' collective strategies, tight formations, synchronized movement, and rapid adaptation are the ultimate defense against the Amazon's endless challenges. In the heart of the Amazon, every creature is locked in a relentless contest for survival. From the Jaguar's silent, calculated hunt to the Caiman's patient ambush beneath the water's surface, the Rainforest is alive with stories of resilience and adaptation. Here, the struggle is not just about strength, but about ingenuity, hope, and the will to endure. Each day, animals face new challenges: swift predators, cunning prey, and the ever-changing environment. The Tetras, moving as one, create a living shield against danger, while monkeys rely on sharp eyes and teamwork to outwit threats from above and below. Capybaras, the world's largest rodents, survive by sticking together. Their family bonds a source of strength as they cross treacherous rivers and evade lurking predators. Beneath the dense canopy, millions of untold dramas unfold. Predator and prey are locked in a dance that drives evolution, forging new strategies and remarkable adaptations with every generation. The harpy eagle, with its powerful talons, soars above the treetops, yet even it must teach its young the patience and skill needed to survive in this complex world. Camouflage, speed, and social bonds are the tools of survival. Frogs vanish against green leaves, fish dart through tangled roots, and birds flock together for safety. Poison dart frogs carry their young on their backs, ensuring the next generation finds safe water. Leafcutter ants, tiny but mighty, work together to build vast underground cities, their cooperation a testament to the power of unity. As dawn breaks, the rainforest awakens with possibility and peril. Sloths move with deliberate care, conserving energy, while nocturnal hunters slip into the shadows as night falls, ready to seize their chance. Armadillos and anteaters, armored and specialized, dig and forage, each uniquely equipped to find food where others cannot. Every sunrise is a new test, every sunset a reminder of the day's victories and losses. River dolphins navigate murky waters with sonar, while otters play and hunt in family groups, their joy and cooperation a sign of hope in the wild. The Amazon's creatures are shaped by adversity, their resilience written in every track and every silent movement through the mist. In this magnificent, perilous world, life's tenacity is on full display. Macaws and toucans share fruit and preen each other, forging bonds that help them weather storms and scarcity. Here to survive is to adapt, to endure, and to thrive against the odds, a living testament to the power and wonder of nature's grandest stage. The Amazon's animals remind us that hope and resilience are woven into the very fabric of life, and that every day brings a new chance to overcome, to flourish, and to inspire. High above the tangled web of the rainforest, where sunlight dapples the emerald canopy, a silent shadow glides, almost invisible against the shifting leaves and shafts of golden light. The harpy eagle, apex predator of the treetops, rules this world of endless green. With wings broad and powerful, it soars between towering trunks, weaving effortlessly through the labyrinth of branches. Its piercing eyes scan the leafy expanse, missing nothing. Every movement, every flutter, every shadow below is noted. Perched high above, its talons, larger than a grizzly's claws, grip the branch with silent strength. The eagle waits, motionless, a living statue blending into the dappled light and shadow. It is patience incarnate, watching the world unfold beneath its gaze. Below, the drama of the canopy plays out. Monkeys leap from limb to limb, chattering in family groups. Sloths move in slow motion, their fur blending with moss and lichen. Opossums scurry along vines, foraging for fruit. None suspect the silent watcher above, the danger that hovers on the edge of their world. Suddenly, the stillness shatters. With a burst of speed, the harpy eagle launches itself from its perch, wings slicing through the humid air. It dives with astonishing precision, navigating the maze of branches with practiced ease. A flash of feathers, a rush of wind, then silence. The hunt is over before it's begun. A monkey, once safe among the leaves, is now caught in the eagle's iron grip. The other animals scatter, alarm calls echoing through the trees. The harpy eagle's mastery is not only in its strength, but in its stealth and strategy. It stalks from above, choosing its moment with care, never wasting energy on a careless attack. Each target is selected with precision. The eagle's presence keeps the canopy in balance, ensuring that no single species dominates. Its choices ripple through the ecosystem, shaping the lives of all who dwell here. The aftermath of each hunt is felt by all. Insects swarm to the remains, smaller birds and mammals adjust their routines, and the forest's cycle of life continues. The harpy eagle's dominance is a force that binds the web of life together. After the hunt, the eagle returns to its massive nest, a fortress woven high in the branches. Here, it tends to its young, passing on the lessons of survival and dominance. The nest is a hub of life, visited by curious monkeys and watched by wary birds. The forest grows quiet in the eagle's presence. Animals freeze, alert and watchful, their lives shaped by the rhythm of predator and prey. The memory of the harpy eagle lingers long after it has vanished from sight. More than a hunter, the harpy eagle is a guardian of balance, a living symbol of power, grace, and the eternal contest for survival in the Amazon's living tapestry. In this world of endless green, the harpy eagle reigns supreme. Its dominance shapes the lives of all beneath its wings, a true ruler of the canopy, forever entwined with the fate of the rainforest. Beneath the shimmering surface of the Amazon's winding waterways, a silent menace stirs. The green anaconda, the world's heaviest snake and a master of ambush. In this realm of endless water and tangled roots, the anaconda moves like a living shadow, unseen and almost mythical. Cloaked in olive scales, it glides through the murky shallows with barely a ripple, its massive body blending seamlessly with tangled roots and fallen branches. Each movement is deliberate, every muscle attuned to the subtle currents and vibrations of the flooded forest. Here, in the flooded forest, patience is its greatest weapon. The anaconda waits, motionless, eyes and nostrils just above the waterline, perfectly still for hours, sometimes even days, becoming part of the landscape itself. Fish dart past in glimmering schools, their scales catching the dappled sunlight that filters through the canopy above. The anaconda senses their movement but remains unmoved, conserving its energy for the perfect moment. Capybaras graze at the river's edge, unaware of the silent predator lurking just beneath the surface. The anaconda's world is a tapestry of opportunity, woven from the habits and routines of the animals that share its domain. Caimans bask on muddy banks, their armored bodies soaking up the warmth of the sun. Even these formidable reptiles must remain vigilant, for the anaconda is both a rival and a threat. The anaconda's world is one of opportunity. Each movement, each tremor in the water could signal the arrival of its next meal. It reads the river like a living map, interpreting every ripple and shadow. When prey approaches, the stillness shatters. The anaconda's senses sharpen, its body tenses, and in a heartbeat it transforms from phantom to predator. With astonishing speed, the anaconda strikes, its jaws snapping shut around its victim in a vice-like grip. The water erupts in a flurry of scales and bubbles, the struggle hidden beneath the surface. Powerful coils wrap around the prey, squeezing tighter with every heartbeat until the struggle ceases. Whether it's a duck, a large rodent, or even an unwary caiman, few escape the anaconda's lethal embrace. The aftermath is silent. The anaconda, victorious, drags its meal into the tangled roots, hidden from prying eyes. Here it will remain, digesting in solitude, sometimes for weeks, while the forest continues its endless cycle above. Its survival depends on both strength and stealth, for even the largest serpent must avoid jaguars and other hungry predators. The flooded forest is a place of constant tension, where every creature is both hunter and hunted. Jaguars prowl the riverbanks, their golden eyes scanning for movement. The anaconda, ever cautious, slips silently through the water, avoiding confrontation when it can, but ready to defend itself if cornered. Other snakes, caimans, and even large fish cross its path. Each encounter a silent negotiation of territory and survival. The flooded forest is a labyrinth of alliances and rivalries, where the anaconda's presence is felt even when it is unseen. In the Amazon, the anaconda is both hunter and hunted, a creature perfectly adapted to a world where only the most cunning endure. Here, hidden beneath the water's surface, the Anaconda's legend grows, its movements shaping the delicate balance of life in the flooded forest. It is the phantom of the flooded forest, a silent force whose presence ripples through the ecosystem, unseen but always felt. Beneath the glassy surface of the Amazon's winding streams, another legend stirs, the Piranha. Here, in the filtered light, the river conceals a world of tension and anticipation. Often misunderstood, these razor-toothed fish are far more than mindless predators. Their eyes scan the water, always alert, always calculating. In tightly coordinated schools, piranhas move as one, hundreds, sometimes thousands, shifting through sun-dappled currents like living shadows. Each fish senses the slightest vibration, the faintest scent of blood or movement. Their reputation for ferocity is earned in moments of opportunity. A wounded fish, a struggling amphibian, a careless bird that slips into the water. The school hovers, tension mounting, as if the river itself is holding its breath. Suddenly, the calm shatters. The school erupts in a coordinated assault. Each piranha darts in, jaws snapping, tearing a morsel before retreating into the swirling mass. The attack is a blur of motion, precision, speed, and instinct honed by countless generations. The water churns with flashes of silver, a feeding frenzy that lasts only seconds but leaves little behind. The frenzy is a spectacle of nature's efficiency, every scrap devoured, nothing wasted. Yet this violence is not mindless chaos, it is a vital act, ensuring nothing goes to waste in a world where resources are scarce and competition is fierce. The aftermath is silence, the river returning to its deceptive calm. Outside these frenzied moments, piranhas are surprisingly cautious. They pick at fallen fruit, scavenge the riverbed, and move with a wary grace, ever alert for danger. They help keep the river clean, consuming debris and the remains of the dead, playing a crucial role in the ecosystem's balance. Their sharp teeth and powerful jaws are matched by an instinct to avoid unnecessary risk. Each piranha is cautious, pausing at the slightest hint of a threat. The school's strength is in unity. Each individual is alert to threats from above and below, ready to vanish into the shadows at a moment's notice. In the intricate web of the Amazon, the piranha is both scavenger and predator, a regulator of the river's health, a silent enforcer of nature's rules. They embody the delicate balance of life here, where survival is a matter of cooperation as much as competition. Every movement, every decision is a calculation for survival. Beneath the surface, the piranha's world is one of constant motion, silent anticipation, and sudden, explosive action, a hidden force that shapes the rhythm of the flooded forest. In these shadowy depths, the drama of predator and prey unfolds in silence, a suspenseful ballet that defines the very heart of the Amazon. In the dappled shadows of the Amazonian undergrowth, where shafts of sunlight pierce the dense canopy and illuminate the forest floor, a sudden flash of electric blue, yellow, or crimson catches the eye. These dazzling colors ripple across the leaf litter and moss, a living warning woven into the very fabric of the jungle. Amid the tangled roots and dripping foliage, a tiny jewel emerges, scarcely larger than a human thumb, yet armed with a secret more potent than any fang or claw. The poison dart frog is a master of survival, its existence a delicate dance of color and chemistry. Its vivid hues are not for beauty alone, but a bold declaration to the world: danger lives here. Each species of poison dart frog wears its own palette, from sapphire blue to sunburst yellow, each shade a coded message to the forest's many eyes. Beneath this vibrant skin lies a unique cocktail of alkaloid toxins, each species crafting its own chemical defense. These toxins are not born within, but gathered from the frog's relentless hunt among the leaf litter. Ants, mites, and other tiny invertebrates scuttle across the forest floor, unaware that they are the source of the frog's deadly arsenal. With each meal, the frog absorbs and refines these poisons, weaving them into its very skin. Beetles, too, fall prey to the frog's quick tongue, their chemical defenses transformed into the frog's own shield. The result is a creature unpalatable, even lethal to most would-be predators. The frog's skin glistens with a continuous secretion of toxins, turning its entire body into a living fortress. Every movement, every breath is a testament to its chemical mastery. For many predators, the message is unmistakable. One taste could be the last. Jaguars, birds, and other hunters pause, their instincts warning them away from the frog's radiant skin. Yet, life for the poison dart frog is a delicate balance. Its dazzling colors, while a shield, also make it a beacon in the green gloom of the rainforest. Perched on a leaf or exposed on the forest floor, the frog is easy to spot, its brilliance both a blessing and a curse. Only the most discerning predators, those immune to its toxins or desperate enough to risk a bitter lesson, dare to approach. The jungle is a place of constant testing, where every adaptation is met with a counter. Among these rare adversaries is the Amazonian tree boa, a snake whose resistance to certain toxins allows it to stalk the frog through the tangled branches and leaf litter. When predator and prey meet, the outcome is uncertain. A silent struggle played out in the shadows, where survival is never guaranteed. The poison dart frog's world is humid and lush, a realm of perpetual rain and vibrant growth. It finds shelter among fallen leaves and mossy logs, blending into the tapestry of green and gold, always alert for danger. Close to slow-moving streams and rain-soaked bromeliads, the frog's life is intimately tied to water. Here the next generation begins. The frogs lay their eggs on leaves above the forest floor, each clutch a fragile hope in a world of threats. When the eggs hatch, parents carry the tiny, wriggling tadpoles on their backs, ferrying them to safe pools of water, hidden reservoirs in bromeliads or puddles cupped by fallen leaves. These are acts of devotion and strategy, small miracles of care in a world where peril is ever present. Through vibrant warning and potent defense, the poison dart frog endures, its life a testament to the power of adaptation. It stands out in the lush jungle, a living jewel and a survivor, its colors a promise and a threat. In the Amazon, the brightest lives are often the boldest, each color, each movement, a story of survival written in the language of the wild. Suspended in the emerald embrace of the Amazon's upper canopy, the sloth is a creature defined by serenity and subtlety. With a gentle grip, it clings to the branches, its long, curved claws perfectly adapted for a life spent almost entirely above the forest floor. Its movements, deliberate, almost dreamlike, are a testament to a life lived in slow motion, where every action is measured and purposeful. Beneath this languid exterior lies a survival strategy honed by millennia, a quiet wisdom that allows the sloth to thrive where others might falter. Its shaggy coat is more than just protection, it is a living ecosystem, home to green algae and tiny insects that help the sloth blend seamlessly into the leafy world around it. This natural camouflage, enhanced by the greenish tinge of algae, allows the sloth to disappear among the mosses and leaves, hidden from the sharp eyes of predators. The sloth's silence is profound, it makes almost no sound, and its scent is nearly undetectable, further masking its presence in the dense canopy. Motionless for hours, it becomes a part of the forest itself, a living, breathing secret, nearly invisible to all but the most patient observer. This stillness is not just a habit, but a shield, protecting the sloth from the dangers that prowl the shadows below. Yet danger is never far in the Amazon's tangled depths. Jaguars and harpy eagles, with their keen senses and silent approach, are ever watchful, searching for the faintest sign of movement. Ocelots, too, patrol the branches and the forest floor, their eyes sharp for any disturbance in the green. For these predators, the sloth's greatest defense is its patience, moving only when absolutely necessary and always with the utmost care. Each slow, careful movement is a calculated risk, a delicate balance between hunger and safety. Once a week, the sloth descends to the ground to relieve itself, a vulnerable ritual fraught with peril where it must trust in its camouflage and the quiet of the forest. In a world where most creatures are in constant motion, the sloth's stillness is its greatest weapon. It waits, unmoving, as the world rushes by, trusting in patience and invisibility. Its slow metabolism and low-energy lifestyle allow it to survive on tough, fibrous leaves that few others can digest, extracting every bit of nourishment from the forest's bounty. As it moves gently through the treetops, the sloth interacts with its environment in subtle ways, spreading seeds, nurturing mosses, and shaping the delicate balance of the canopy. Seeds cling to its fur and fall as it travels, helping new life take root in the rich soil below. High in the trees, the sloth is a symbol of tranquility, but also of resilience and quiet strength. It is a master of adaptation, perfectly attuned to the rhythms and challenges of the rainforest. In the relentless pulse of the Amazon, the sloth's gentle existence is a quiet triumph, a testament to the power of patience, adaptation, and the art of living slowly. Beneath the tangled roots and fallen leaves of the Amazon, a force stirs, unyielding, organized, and always on the move. In the dim light, the forest floor seems to tremble, as if the earth itself is alive with purpose. These are the army ants, architects of chaos and order in equal measure. Their movements are not random, but orchestrated, each ant a single note in a symphony of relentless advance. Unlike solitary hunters, army ants thrive through cooperation, forming vast colonies that can number up to 500,000 individuals. Each member has a role, from the smallest worker to the formidable soldiers, all united by a single, driving instinct: survival. Their lives are defined by perpetual motion. The colony never settles for long, always pressing forward, always searching. Each day, driven by hunger and instinct, the colony transforms into a living wave, sweeping across the forest floor in search of prey. The ground seems to ripple as thousands of bodies surge forward, unstoppable. Their strategy is simple yet devastating: overwhelming numbers. No single creature can stand against the swarm. Resistance is futile. Scouts in the vanguard move ahead, probing the darkness, antennae flickering as they search for the faintest sign of life. Anything from insects and spiders to small vertebrates can become their next victim. In moments, the signal spreads, an invisible alarm racing through the ranks. The entire column responds as one, a single organism with countless legs and jaws. Workers surge forward, their powerful mandibles snapping, dismantling prey with mechanical precision. Nothing escapes the swarm. The air fills with the sound of countless jaws at work, a chilling reminder of nature's efficiency. Even creatures far larger than a single ant fall victim to the collective might of the colony. Frogs, lizards, and insects are overwhelmed, their struggles lost beneath the tide of bodies. But the army ants' impact reaches far beyond the hunt. Their advance sends shockwaves through the ecosystem, a warning that echoes through the undergrowth. As they advance, countless other animals respond. Small creatures flee in panic, abandoning burrows and nests to escape the relentless tide. Birds known as antbirds shadow the swarm, snatching fleeing insects in midair. For them, the chaos is a feast. Frogs, lizards, and even mammals use the confusion as cover or opportunity, turning the ants' raid into a bustling microcosm of life and death. The forest becomes a stage for survival, every creature playing its part. When the feast ends, the colony moves on, leaving behind a cleansed patch of jungle, stripped of life, but ready for renewal. The silence that follows is almost as dramatic as the swarm itself. Army ants are more than just predators. Their presence is a force of transformation, shaping the very fabric of the rainforest. Their relentless campaigns control insect populations, redistribute nutrients, and clear the way for new growth. The balance of the Amazon depends on their tireless work. In their wake, they leave a trail of renewal, their presence echoing through every layer of the forest. The cycle of destruction and rebirth continues, driven by the smallest of creatures. In the Amazon, even the smallest creatures command the greatest respect, and the army ant colony is proof that unity, discipline, and relentless purpose can become the most formidable force of all. The jungle remembers their passing, and life begins anew. Along the muddy banks and gentle currents of the Amazon's waterways, a quiet giant grazes, the capybara. With their coarse brown fur blending seamlessly into the riverbank, these remarkable creatures move almost silently, their presence barely disturbing the lush world around them. As the world's largest rodent, the capybara is a symbol of tranquility amid the wild, often found in groups, nibbling on lush grasses or basking in the sun. Their social bonds are strong. Capybaras communicate constantly, using a chorus of purrs, whistles, and barks to maintain contact and warn of danger. But beneath this calm exterior lies a life of constant vigilance. Every twitch of an ear or flick of a tail signals a readiness to react, for the Amazon is a place where the line between predator and prey is razor thin. The capybara's world is one of water and reeds, where safety is never guaranteed. They choose habitats dense with aquatic plants, which offer both food and cover, and their daily routines are shaped by the rhythms of the river. Predators lurk at every turn, jaguars stalking the shorelines, their golden eyes fixed on the herd from the shadows. Caimans glide just beneath the surface, their armored bodies nearly invisible as they wait for the perfect moment to strike. And anacondas, the silent giants of the shallows, lie in wait, their coils hidden among the tangled roots and mud. For the capybara, survival means staying together. Their herds are tight-knit, each member relying on the vigilance of the group. Their herds, sometimes dozens strong, act as sentinels. While some graze, others stand watch, scanning the horizon for the slightest sign of movement. One pair of eyes becomes many, and danger rarely goes unnoticed. The capybara's acute senses, keen hearing, sharp eyesight, and a sensitive nose, are their first line of defense. When alarm calls ring out, the group springs into action. A single bark can send the entire herd surging toward the safety of the water. With surprising speed, they dive into the water, their bodies streamlined for a rapid escape. Their bodies are perfectly adapted for an aquatic escape. Capybaras can swim gracefully, gliding beneath the surface to evade predators. Webbed feet propel them beneath the surface, allowing them to maneuver with agility and speed. They can remain submerged for several minutes, hidden from view, their nostrils just above the waterline or completely underwater, waiting for danger to pass. The river is both sanctuary and escape route, a lifeline in a landscape of threats. Here capybaras are at their most agile, outswimming many of their pursuers. Yet the capybara's story is not only one of evasion. They are ecosystem engineers, grazing on tough vegetation and aquatic plants, shaping the riverbanks and keeping waterways open. Their presence attracts a host of other animals. Birds perch on their backs, picking off insects, while fish gather to feed on the plants they disturb. Capybaras are a living hub of activity, their movements rippling through the ecosystem. Even predators benefit from their presence, as capybaras draw them to the water's edge, shaping the hunting patterns of jaguars, caimans, and anacondas. In the Amazon's eternal dance of hunter and hunted, the capybara endures, resilient, resourceful, and always alert to the ripples of danger. Their survival depends on unity, awareness, and the ability to adapt to every threat. In the shadows and sunlight of the Amazon's rivers, the capybara's world is a tapestry woven with the lives of countless other creatures. The capybara stands as a testament to the power of community and adaptation, thriving in a realm where every day is a test of survival. Here, among the flowing water and vibrant greenery, the capybara's story is one of harmony and resilience, surviving and flourishing where the currents of life and danger are ever intertwined. Beneath the murky waters, where visibility fades and silence reigns, a hidden force lurks, the electric eel. Here, in the shadowy depths, every movement is a risk, every ripple a potential threat or opportunity. Despite its name, this remarkable predator is not a true eel, but a knife fish, perfectly evolved for the Amazon's shadowy depths. Its body, sleek and muscular, is built for stealth and sudden bursts of speed. The electric eel glides silently through still pools and sluggish streams, its senses tuned to the faintest pulse of movement. It moves with purpose, weaving between submerged roots and fallen branches, ever alert for the tremor of a hidden fish or frog. Beneath its skin, the electric eel's true arsenal lies in wait. Thousands of specialized cells called electrocytes, capable of generating powerful electric shocks. These cells are arranged like living batteries, ready to discharge at a moment's notice. Suddenly, a flicker of intent. The eel senses a fish nearby, hidden in the gloom. With a swift, coiling motion, it unleashes a burst of electricity, crackling through the water, stunning its prey before it can escape. The victim convulses, paralyzed by the invisible force. This hunting masterstroke can deliver shocks up to 600 volts, enough to immobilize even the most agile fish in an instant. The eel closes in, jaws parting, and swallows its catch whole, swift, efficient, and merciless. But the hunt is not always so simple. Sometimes the prey escapes the first shock, darting into tangled roots. The eel pursues, sending out rapid, probing pulses, each one a question, each twitch of muscle a reply. In the darkness, the eel is relentless, tracking its quarry with uncanny precision. Yet the electric eel's power is not only for offense. When danger approaches, it becomes a living barrier, its body tensing, ready to unleash a storm of electricity. A lurking caiman glides closer, eyes glinting in the gloom. The eel senses the predator's approach and releases rapid, repeated pulses, each one a warning, each one a deterrent. Even the boldest attackers hesitate, feeling the sting of the eel's electric defense. River otters, curious and clever, pause at the edge of the eel's domain. One jolt is enough to send them retreating, wary of the silent sentinel that guards these waters. In the Amazon's intricate web of life, the electric eel is both hunter and guardian, a living current, shaping the fates of those who share its waters. It moves among schools of fish and wary amphibians, its presence a constant, humming threat. In these hidden realms, the most formidable weapons are often unseen, humming quietly beneath the surface, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The electric eel is a master of its world, silent, patient, and always ready to unleash the voltage in its veins. Beneath the tangled undergrowth, an industrious procession begins, one that quietly shapes the very foundation of the rainforest. The leafcutter ant, small but mighty, emerges in endless columns, their movements orchestrated with astonishing precision. Each ant carries a vibrant fragment of leaf high above its head, forming living highways that wind across the forest floor. These are not mere foragers, but the engineers and architects of a vast subterranean metropolis. Deep below the surface, their colonies sprawl in a labyrinth of chambers and tunnels, some stretching for tens of meters. Their society is a marvel of organization. Workers, soldiers, and queens, each with a specialized role, work in perfect synchrony. The queen, deep within the nest, is attended by loyal workers, while soldiers guard the colony's entrances and foragers march tirelessly above. Their movements are so coordinated that the colony seems to act as a single collective mind. Above ground, foragers wield their serrated jaws like tiny saws, slicing through tough foliage with remarkable efficiency. Each ant can carry more than its own weight, transporting massive loads back to the nest with unwavering determination. Yet the leaves are not for eating. Instead, they are the raw material for a far more complex process. The fragments are carried deep into the earth, through a maze of tunnels engineered for ventilation and protection. In the humid darkness of their chambers, the ants cultivate a specialized fungus, their true sustenance. The leaves serve as fertilizer for this fungus, which the ants meticulously tend, prune and protect from pests and mold. This ancient partnership between ant and fungus is a living testament to cooperation and ingenuity. Specialized workers clean the fungus, remove waste and defend it from invaders, ensuring the colony's survival. Every chamber, tunnel and passage is carefully engineered for airflow, temperature and humidity, an underground marvel of natural architecture. The impact of the leafcutter ant ripples through the ecosystem. Their relentless pruning stimulates new plant growth, keeping the forest in balance. As they harvest, they open up the understory, allowing sunlight to reach the forest floor and new life to flourish. Their tunnels aerate the soil, improving its structure and fertility, and helping water reach the roots of plants. Over time, the forest floor itself is shaped by their ceaseless activity, creating a landscape molded by millions of tiny engineers. Countless species benefit from their labor. Small animals find shelter in abandoned tunnels, and others feed on the bounty left behind. The trails and tunnels of the leafcutter ants become highways and homes for the forest's diverse inhabitants. In the Amazon, where survival depends on adaptation, the leafcutter ants' engineering feats are vital to the forest's resilience. Time-lapse reveals their hidden world, a bustling city beneath our feet, always in motion, always building. With every tunnel dug and every chamber built, the leafcutter ants engineer the world below, supporting the life above. Their story is a reminder that even the smallest creatures can leave the largest mark, transforming chaos into order, leaf by leaf, and building the very foundation of the Amazon rainforest. High above the endless emerald expanse of the Amazon, where sunlight weaves golden mosaics through the leaves, a sudden burst of color electrifies the canopy. The scarlet macaw, nature's living masterpiece, soars with effortless grace, its wings unfurling a dazzling palette of scarlet, sapphire, and gold. Each feather is a brushstroke, painting the sky with the rainforest's most brilliant hues. In the towering heights of the canopy, the macaw finds both sanctuary and stage. Here, among the ancient branches, it is both performer and guardian, a beacon of life in the treetop world. Life in the treetops is a daily dance of agility and awareness. The macaw's strong wings and nimble feet carry it from branch to branch, weaving through a labyrinth of vines and leaves. With keen eyesight and a powerful, curved beak, the macaw navigates a world brimming with both danger and opportunity. Its beak is not just a tool, but a key to survival, cracking open the toughest shells, shaping branches, and exploring the forest's bounty. The macaw's diet is as vibrant as its plumage, tough nuts and seeds, luscious fruits bursting with color, and the occasional flower or leaf. Each meal is a celebration of the forest's abundance. Sometimes, macaws gather on riverbanks to eat clay, a remarkable ritual that helps neutralize toxins found in their favorite foods. Here, their colors mingle in a living mosaic, a testament to the ingenuity of life in the Amazon. Each meal is a lesson in adaptation. Their strong jaws crack open shells that few others can penetrate, turning obstacles into nourishment. Yet beauty in the Amazon is never without peril. The macaw's vivid colors, while breathtaking, also make it visible to watchful eyes. Predators lurk in the shadows, and competition for food is fierce. Every day is a test of wit and resilience, but the macaw's greatest strength lies in its bonds. Macaws form lifelong pairs, their relationships built on trust, affection, and cooperation. Together, they preen, call, and share the wonders of the canopy. Side by side, they search for hidden treasures and defend their patch of paradise from rivals, their partnership a testament to the power of unity. Their raucous calls ring out across the canopy, a vibrant chorus that proclaims territory, celebrates togetherness, and weaves the social fabric of the treetops. As dawn breaks and mist drifts between ancient branches, the world awakens to the Macaw's song, a promise of hope and renewal. In the gentle light of morning, the Macaw is more than a bird. It is a symbol of resilience, a living jewel, and the wild, beating heart of the Amazon. With every beat of its wings, every burst of colour, the Macaw brings the rainforest to life, reminding us that beauty and survival are forever intertwined. In flocks they soar and play, their voices and colours blending in a celebration of community. Here, survival is not just about courage, but about connection. The Canopy is their kingdom, and in its shifting light, macaws are both guardians and jewels, forever woven into the living tapestry of the Amazon, a radiant testament to the power and wonder of wildlife. As the sun dips below the tangled horizon and the emerald canopy fades into twilight, a transformation sweeps across the Amazon. In the hush between dusk and darkness, new rulers emerge, creatures sculpted by evolution to thrive where light surrenders and shadows reign. The world below the leaves is now a realm of whispers and movement. Eyes gleam in the half-light, some glowing like embers, others catching starlight with eerie precision. The ocelot, a phantom cloaked in dappled gold and black, glides through the undergrowth. With padded feet and a gaze that pierces the gloom, it becomes invisible among roots and fallen leaves. Every muscle tensed, every breath measured, the ocelot listens, ears swiveling to the faintest rustle, the flutter of a startled bat, the scuttle of a rodent. Its world is a symphony of sound, its hunt a dance of patience and explosive speed. Above, the spectral owl reigns from silent perches. With feathers engineered for stealth, it glides through the night air, its flight a ghostly ripple against the moonlit sky. Eyes are its greatest weapon, vast, unblinking, tuned to the faintest flicker of movement below. It locks onto a mouse threading through the leaf litter, talons poised, wings outstretched. In an instant, the silence is broken, and the hunt is won. The Caiman, too, awakens with the night. Lurking at the river's edge, it becomes a patient sentinel, nostrils and eyes breaking the water's surface like ancient relics. Sensitive to the vibrations of the water, it detects the approach of unwary prey, fish, birds, or even capybaras venturing for a midnight drink. With lightning speed, it erupts from the water, jaws snapping shut with a force honed by countless generations. In the tangled maze of branches, the kinkajou emerges, nimble, curious, and forever hungry. Its prehensile tail anchors it in the treetops, while its sensitive nose leads it to ripe fruit and unsuspecting insects. Under the cloak of darkness, it navigates the perilous heights, its golden eyes reflecting the faintest glimmers of moonlight. Far above, bats fill the air with invisible waves, echolocation painting a vivid picture of their world. They dart and swoop, feasting on moths, beetles, and even the nectar of night-blooming flowers. Their wings slice the darkness, each maneuver a testament to the mastery of flight and senses sharpened by necessity. Every night the Amazon becomes a theatre of stealth and strategy. Predators and prey move in a delicate balance, their fates entwined in a nightly ritual as old as the forest itself. Here, in the heart of darkness, survival is an art, crafted by silent feet, keen senses, and the relentless drive to endure. As dawn whispers its return, the nocturnal hunters fade into the shadows, their secrets hidden once more. Yet, for a few precious hours, the Amazon belongs to the night, and the masters who rule it from beneath the stars. Beneath the towering trees and amidst the tangled roots, another world pulses with life. A world measured not in meters, but in millimeters. Here, in the Amazon's undergrowth, the true rulers are neither jaguar nor eagle, but insects, countless, ingenious, and indispensable. Leafcutter ants carve their emerald highways through the forest, marching in endless columns. Each ant carries a fragment of leaf, many times its own weight, a feat of strength and cooperation. But these leaves are not for food. Instead, the ants cultivate a subterranean fungus, farming it with precision and care. Their society is a marvel of specialization, with workers, soldiers, and even tiny attendants who ride atop leaf fragments, warding off parasitic flies. Nearby, the bullet ant stands guard. Its sting is legendary, an adaptation for defense unmatched in the insect world. Yet it is not aggression, but necessity that drives this formidable arsenal. The bullet ant's venom wards off would-be predators, ensuring the colony's survival in a world where size offers little protection. Camouflaged among the foliage, stick insects and leaf-mimic katydids become invisible, blending seamlessly with their surroundings. Every vein and edge of their bodies mimics the plants they call home, a masterclass in deception that thwarts sharp-eyed predators. Above, the lanternfly glows with bioluminescent signals, communicating silently through the night. Its luminous patterns are both a warning and a lure, confusing enemies and attracting mates in the darkness. On the forest floor, dung beetles perform their own vital ballet. Rolling balls of nutrient-rich dung, they aerate the soil and recycle the forest's waste, ensuring that life can flourish anew. Each insect, no matter how small, plays a role in the Amazon's grand design. Pollinators flit from flower to flower, ensuring the next generation of plants. Decomposers break down fallen leaves and dead wood, releasing nutrients to feed the forest's roots. Predators and prey, architects and engineers, all are woven into the delicate web of life. In the Amazon's insect world, survival is a story of adaptation and innovation. Here, evolution's creativity is on full display. In every wing, every sting, and every silent, unseen struggle beneath the leaves. In the Amazon's damp embrace, a different kind of magic unfolds, one born of water, shadow, and transformation. Here, amphibians reign as masters of metamorphosis, their lives woven into the very rhythm of the rains. By moonlight, the chorus begins. Tree frogs, perched on emerald leaves, inflate their throats and fill the night with haunting, melodic calls, each note a beacon, promising new life in the darkness. Vibrant poison dart frogs, their skin a warning tapestry of colours, guard clusters of jelly-like eggs, nestled in the shelter of bromeliad pools. These tiny nurseries, cradled high above the forest floor, offer safety from lurking predators below. As dawn breaks, a miracle stirs beneath the water's surface. Tadpoles, fragile and translucent, dart through shallow pools, grazing on algae and evading hungry fish. Days pass, and legs begin to sprout, tails shrink, and lungs unfurl. The transformation is relentless, a race against time before ephemeral puddles vanish beneath the sun's relentless gaze. Yet life in the Amazon is never without peril. For every clutch of eggs, there are snakes lurking in the undergrowth, spiders poised on silken threads, and predatory fish patrolling the waters. Only the most vigilant and the luckiest will reach adulthood, climbing from their watery cradle to claim a place in the forest's endless green. But the greatest threat lies beyond tooth and claw. Amphibians are sentinels, sensitive to the subtlest shifts in their world, changes in rainfall, rising temperatures, and the silent spread of fungal disease test their resilience daily. Some species vanish before they are even named, their songs lost to the whispering leaves. Still, the Amazon's amphibians endure. With every rainstorm, their chorus swells anew, a testament to adaptation, survival, and the ancient alchemy that turns water into life. In the moist shadows, the cycle begins again, as it has for millions of years, a fragile wonder in the heart of the world's greatest forest. Beneath the emerald canopy, the Amazon's arteries pulse with life. Its river systems, sprawling, winding, ancient, form a labyrinth where fresh water meets the unknown, and every current tells a story of survival. Here the water is both a highway and a hunting ground. Massive schools of silvery, sardine-like fish shimmer just below the surface, moving as one to avoid the ever-watchful eyes of river dolphins and stealthy caimans. Hidden among submerged roots, armored catfish graze on algae, their bodies bristling with spikes, a living fortress against hungry predators. Predator and prey are locked in a delicate dance. In the shallows, a giant river otter glides, its sleek form slicing through the water with effortless grace. It hunts with intelligence and teamwork, corralling fish into tight pockets before striking with lightning speed. Above, herons and kingfishers perch silently, eyes trained on the ripples below, ready to spear an unwary minnow with surgical precision. But not all threats are visible. The river's seasonal floods transform the landscape, turning forests into vast underwater worlds. Here, electric eels lurk, using bursts of voltage to stun their prey, while stingrays disappear beneath layers of silt, waiting for an unsuspecting meal to pass overhead. Life in the Amazon's waters is a constant balancing act. Every creature, from the tiniest shrimp to the mighty arapaima, must adapt to shifting currents, fluctuating oxygen, and the ever-present threat of predators. Some species, like the discus fish, care for their young with devoted precision, fanning eggs and defending fry from lurking dangers. Yet, the river itself is not just a stage, it is an active force, shaping destinies. Floods bring nutrients, spawning frenzies and new opportunities. Droughts strand the unwary and force migrations to safer depths. In this ceaseless ebb and flow, survival is written in the language of adaptation. In the Amazon's aquatic web, every ripple carries the promise of life and the shadow of danger. It is a world where beauty and peril are inseparable, and where the story of the forest is told not just in leaves but in water, current, and the silent struggle beneath the surface. In the heart of the Amazon, survival is not just the concern of tooth and claw. Here the forest's green inhabitants wage their own relentless battle, silent, ingenious, and often unseen. Every leaf, thorn, and tendril is a testament to 1,000,000 years of adaptation. Some trees, like the mighty Cecropia, form uneasy alliances with armies of ants. In exchange for sugary nectar, the ants patrol the branches, attacking any intruder that dares to feast on the soft leaves. This living partnership is a pact forged in necessity, defense for sustenance. Other plants choose armor over allies. The Brazil nut tree towers above, its fruits encased in shells so tough that only the powerful jaws of agoutis can open them. The reward for the rodent is a nutritious meal, for the tree a chance at new life as seeds are buried and forgotten, destined to sprout in the dark earth. But not all defenses are physical. Hidden within the glossy leaves of the rubber tree and the poison-laden bark of the curare vine are chemical weapons, compounds that repel, sicken, or even paralyze would-be grazers. Bright berries and fragrant flowers lure pollinators, but bitter sap and toxic thorns warn predators to keep their distance. In the undergrowth, the passion flower vine employs a masterstroke of deception. Its leaves mimic the appearance of eggs already laid by butterfly rivals, tricking females into searching elsewhere to deposit their own. A simple illusion, yet it spares the plant from a hungry generation of caterpillars. The dance of defense and desire continues with every rainfall. Orchids and bromeliads transform the canopy into a suspended garden, their roots catching water from the air and offering tiny pools to frogs and insects. In return, these creatures help spread pollen and seeds, ensuring the next generation of forest life. In the Amazon, plants are far from passive. Their strategies shape the fate of every creature that walks, crawls, or flies beneath the canopy. Through alliances, armors, poisons, and trickery, the green world fights for its place in the sun, weaving an intricate tapestry where every adaptation is a story of survival. In the Amazon rainforest, time is marked not by the ticking of a clock, but by the rise and fall of water. The year is divided by the rhythm of the rains, months when swollen rivers spill into the forest, and others when the waters recede, revealing parched earth and tangled roots. During the wet season, the forest transforms. Floodwaters surge, swallowing the forest floor and turning trees into islands. Fish like the arapaima and electric eel glide between submerged trunks, exploiting a world where land and water merge. Monkeys leap from branch to branch, never touching the ground, while sloths cling higher, waiting for the waters to drop. Even the mighty Jaguar adapts, swimming through flooded channels in search of prey stranded by the rising tide. Plants, too, are shaped by these cycles. The towering kapok tree grows buttress roots to anchor itself in sodden soil, while the Victoria Amazonica lily unfurls leaves as wide as dinner tables, floating serenely atop the flood. Seeds of many trees are carried away by the current, finding new ground to take root when the waters retreat. But when the rains cease, a different challenge emerges. Drought shrinks the rivers to narrow ribbons, and oxbow lakes become isolated pools teeming with trapped fish. Capybaras and caimans crowd the shrinking banks, locked in a tense struggle for survival. Birds like the hoatzin and herons follow the receding water, feasting on exposed prey. Some animals enter a state of torpor, waiting for the return of the rains. Amphibians burrow deep into the mud, sealed away from the harsh sun. Insects lay eggs that will only hatch when the floodwaters come again, ensuring their young emerge into a world of abundance. For every creature, every leaf, adaptation is the key to enduring the Amazon's extremes. The forest is never static. Its inhabitants bend, shift, and transform with the seasons. In this land of plenty and peril, survival means embracing change, flowing with the currents of time, and seizing life wherever it can be found. In the Amazon rainforest, survival is rarely a solitary affair. Here, life thrives on connection, intricate partnerships formed over millennia, where the fortunes of one species are often tied to another. These are the symbiotic relationships, the bonds that turn the forest into a living tapestry of cooperation, mutual benefit, and sometimes unlikely alliances. High in the canopy, the acacia tree stands as a fortress. Its branches bristle with sharp thorns, but look closer and you'll see tiny guardians at work. Ants patrol the bark, defending their home from hungry herbivores and invasive vines. In return, the tree offers them shelter inside hollowed-out thorns and a sweet nectar from specialized glands. Ant and tree, each protecting and nourishing the other in a pact of survival. Deeper in the shadows, the agouti, a small rodent, cracks open the tough shells of Brazil nuts, a feat few animals can manage. But the agouti does more than feast. It buries surplus nuts across the forest floor, forgetting some in the process. These forgotten seeds sprout into new trees, ensuring the next generation of Brazil nut giants. The agouti's forgetfulness sows the seeds of the future. Among the tangled roots, the poison dart frog carries a precious cargo, its tadpoles, up to the heights of bromeliad plants. These water-filled leaf cups become nurseries, safe from predators below. In return, the frog's young feed on mosquito larvae and other detritus, keeping the bromeliad's mini ecosystem clean and balanced. Fruit bats, the night's silent pollinators, flit from blossom to blossom. They sip nectar, dusting themselves with pollen that is carried to distant flowers. With each visit, they weave the threads of genetic diversity, ensuring the forest's plants continue to flourish. Sometimes the relationship is more subtle. The leafcutter ant harvests fresh leaves not for itself, but to feed a hidden fungus deep within its nest. The ants tend this fungal garden with care, and in return the fungus provides them with nourishment, a partnership so complete neither can survive without the other. These alliances between animal and animal, plant and animal, are the foundation upon which the Amazon is built. Each partnership is a reminder. In this world of competition, cooperation can be just as powerful. Together, these bonds of survival shape the destiny of the rainforest, ensuring that life, in all its astonishing forms, endures. Above the forest floor, where sunlight splinters through a mosaic of emerald, lies a world few eyes ever witness, the canopy. This verdant ceiling, soaring over 100 feet above the ground, is a kingdom unto itself, teeming with creatures adapted to a life in the clouds. Here, the air is thick with the songs of birds and the flutter of wings. Scarlet macaws glide from branch to branch, their vibrant feathers painting streaks of red, blue, and yellow against the green. Agile spider monkeys leap impossibly long distances, using their prehensile tails as a fifth limb, navigating a labyrinth of vines and branches with the ease of acrobats. For them, the ground is a distant memory. Every meal, every danger, every bond is found above the leaves, hidden among epiphytes, plants that cling to bark and branch. Tiny glass frogs cling to slick leaves, their translucent skin revealing beating hearts. Orchids and bromeliads collect rainwater in their leaves, forming miniature ponds that become nurseries for insects and amphibians. Within these watery cradles, life unfolds on a miniature scale. Tadpoles wriggle, mosquito larvae dance, and dragonfly nymphs hunt in silence. Sunlight powers this world, feeding the leaves that in turn sustain caterpillars, leafhoppers, and armies of weaver ants. These ants create silken bridges, binding leaves together to form nests that sway in the breeze. Theirs is a society built on teamwork, a fortress in the treetops, defended with fierce precision. But the canopy is not just a place of abundance. It is a theatre of constant adaptation. Sloths, cloaked in algae and moving in slow motion, avoid the gaze of harpy eagles above and jaguars below. Camouflaged tree frogs and stick insects become invisible to predators, their forms indistinguishable from the twigs and leaves around them. Each dawn, the canopy awakens to a new chorus, howler monkeys bellowing their territorial claims, toucans trumpeting from fruit-laden perches. As day fades, bats emerge, pollinating flowers and dispersing seeds across the treetops, ensuring the next generation of trees. Every inch of the canopy is alive with interaction, predator and prey, pollinator and plant, parent and offspring. Here, high above the forest floor, survival demands both specialization and cooperation. The canopy is a living network, a cradle of biodiversity that supports the rainforest below. In this kingdom above the leaves, life is always reaching higher, adapting, thriving, a testament to the endless ingenuity of nature, woven into the highest branches of the Amazon. Beneath the vibrant canopy and the teeming forest floor, an invisible current pulses through the Amazon, the cycle of life, death, and renewal. Here, every fallen leaf, every broken branch, every expired creature becomes part of a vital exchange, fueling the forest's endless vitality. The process begins with decay. As leaves drift to the ground, they become banquet tables for armies of decomposers, fungi, bacteria, and invertebrates that work tirelessly in the humid darkness. Their unseen labor transforms the dead into sustenance, breaking down tough fibers and releasing nutrients locked away within. Millipedes and beetles chew through detritus, while mushrooms erupt from rotting logs, weaving networks of mycelium beneath the soil. These fungal threads connect root to root, tree to tree, silently sharing water and minerals across the forest, a hidden internet of life. Nutrients liberated from decomposition seep into the shallow Amazonian soil, where hungry roots await. In this nutrient-poor earth, the recycling of life's building blocks is crucial. Without it, the forest would wither. Trees rapidly absorb what's available, channeling energy upward into new leaves, flowers, and fruit. In turn, these nourish insects, birds, and mammals, each link in the chain relying on the last. Even in the waterways, the cycle continues. Fallen fruit and leaves drift into streams, becoming food for fish and aquatic insects. When floods arrive, they sweep organic debris across the forest, fertilizing new growth and sustaining creatures far from the river's edge. Predators and prey, plants and pollinators, all are bound by this cycle. When a jaguar hunts, when a monkey drops fruit, when a tree sheds its leaves, the wheel turns once more. Nothing is wasted. Every death feeds new life, every life shapes the next. The Amazon's abundance is not a product of endless resources, but of relentless recycling, a finely tuned balance where waste becomes wealth and every organism plays its part. Through this perpetual flow, the rainforest endures, an interconnected tapestry woven from the energy of the sun and the patience of decay. In the Amazon, even in stillness, life is always moving, always renewing, a silent promise that the forest's story will never end.